Hey guys, what's up? So Blizzard did release the Season 11 PTR yesterday on Diablo 4. I hate the new Masterworking. You just upgrade your item to rank 20, then you look if you got the right day. If not, then you will go again, and at your last step, you will sanctify it. So I also want to show you the quick step of the sanctification. You will just go to the Sanctify Forge, and you will have some heavenly sigils which can drop in things like Nightmare Dungeon, Chorus, Honor City, Hell Tides, or in the hit when fighting Belial, so you need to fight the lesser evils, and then you have a chance to drop them. So you will go to the Heavenly Forge, then you will put your item into it, sanctify it, and now we got a new FX, but I really hope for some nasty FX that you can only get through a sanctification. So while sanctification was a really cool idea and I really liked it, it kind of have some huge problems. So you can see right now I sanctified all of these items, and this was a problem because it replaced an affix of mine. So it replaced the resource generation with resource cost reduction. So that is not a real problem on this one, because resource generation is not that needed with our melted heart of Selig. Other problem is if it will replace, for example, all stars, or if it will replace your cooldown reduction on a Harlequin's Crest, then we will have a huge trouble, because that are kinda the stats you go for this item, and then the whole item is deleted. So I hope at least they will kinda replace the affixes with like the same category, like cooldown reduction with cooldown reduction. Honestly, I just hope they will get rid of the replacing affix and make another cool affix. So you also have the chance to get an additional sanctification legendary aspect on it. I got it on my Harlequin's Crest, so that's honestly really cool. Losing a stack of resolve has a 25% chance to heal you for 5% of your maximum life. So that also gives the Harlequin's Crest a potential to be kind of the best item, because you will get power ranks, sword skills, damage reduction, cooldown reduction, and you can also get a second effect on top of that. Even though you found a mythic unique, the same one, multiple times, like 2 or 3 times, you can go to the sacred altar. I will show you also this, get another shot on a better Harlequin's Crest. So that's a really cool mechanic by itself, but the problem is that the effects are pretty boring and bad. So yeah, you get things like resource cost reduction. I got one with plus core skills on my melted heart of Selig, which is really cool. But other than that, it's just normal things like cooldown reduction, maximum resource, like plain boring base affix of the game. And I really hope for like sanctification affix, as they call it. Sanctification affix for me is not a normal affix that is already in the game and just replace it. I really hope that we will get some unique sanctification affix that you can only get through sanctification. And also in addition, the odds of getting things are way out of balance, because you can either get the item indestructible, or you can get another affix on top of that. You can get a replacing affix, or as you can see, you get an additional legendary affix. So first of all, the problems with legendary aspect, it's way too rare. I sanctified like 30 items or something. I had like 50 of family sigils, sanctified 30 to 40, and I only got like 4 or 5 items with a sanctification aspect. So the problem is with sanctifying mythic uniques is that you first need to get the item, which by itself can be kind of tricky. Then you need to go to sanctification altar, and then you need to hit the legendary aspect, and then you also need to hit the right affix or aspect from like 97 possible aspects. So that's even worse, like our tempering and masterworking system was before. So I hope they will kind of make it more deterministic. I also got some additional effects here, as you can see. And I also got to ignore durability loss most of the time, so that was kind of annoying. Sanctification, cool idea, but right now it really lacks in implementation. The problem is, because it's a final step, you can only change your gems when you sanctify the item, so you cannot even change your aspect on it any longer. So it also kind of limits your build diversity, because you cannot change your aspects around when you cut a new item or something. And the tempering also, while it's really good now that you can get to distinct masterwork stat, it is really terrible that I only use one. Now also on the new difficulties, I kind of boosted my class, so I don't know how it feels with leveling and such things, but I heard leveling from 1 to 15 would be slower, but after that it really pays up the leveling, and yeah, you will also get some really nasty experience right now on the hell tide, because they kind of rebalance the experience gain that you don't need to farm pits any longer. It's good, but right now Drill is like out of hand, and also the new lesser evils are kind of cool. So I played the pit, and you kind of spawn Belal most of the times if you just kill the eyes and the monsters from the eyes, and then he will spawn pretty soon. So that's also pretty great for the pit. It also replaces like the annoying bosses. So now the tower as our next topic, and the tower, so the tier of the towers are kind of linked to the pit tiers, because you need to complete more pit tiers to get a higher tower tier, which is kind of weird, because I thought they were just two separate modes, and then you can get like more tiers with the tower, but you kind of need to hit more tiers for pit. I hope this only for PTR, and this will change for towers. But yeah, basically the tower is just a copy of the pit. So the dev said in the interview that you will have some cool options to build around pylons and such things, and also the image that you saw in the PTR notes that you have an open area. That's not really true, because we have just a linear floor, and we will just fight the enemies here. And as you can see, it's like a normal pit with sometimes even less monsters. So it's nothing special right now. Yeah, we'll still test this. It's still cool that you will kind of get like the ranking system. But at that part, they could really just went for like the pit, because it is basically the pit. They said that they won't go for another pit, and it's like a crater rift. Yeah, also the pylons really don't do anything, and you don't have a real choice to choose them later on when you group up Genesis, because you need to backtrack then, and you will lose a lot of time. So you kind of need to use the pylons right away when you face them. And yeah, the leaderboards are kind of cool. You can also inspect them like from the gauntlet back in the day. You can at least look what things the other people played, and then just adapt it to your style. Lesser evils are also pretty good. You will get a lot of XP from Duril right now. I cannot summon him because I didn't play Helltide now. But in addition, the new divine gifts are kinda cool. So you can target farm now. You won't have the crazy powers from the last season where it kind of alters your build. It now helps you to target farm specific items. So the focus on the season is kind of on the items with sanctification and this system. So it is kind of like the same thing, but with rewards. So we'll still need to test this out more, but at least we'll have some cool target farm options to just farm a specific target if you want. So then also the rework of the new defensive system, and honestly right now I'm just stacking some rest, but I don't really know what to do, because you will get so much rest. The kind of best thing right now is just to stack all rest, and the armor will stack up to a pretty large amount now. The funny thing is that your aspect of annealing hits is still kept on your 5000 armor, so you will get the 5k armor every time, and I still think that there will changes with the upcoming season 11. So the new defensive system, and you will just stack your res, and you don't even know what you should stack or why you should stack. You just stack it. You get it on your item, just stack it. Yeah. So now for the last part, my Spiritborn build, I tested out the Path of the Emissary, and kind of the Path of the Emissary is just a pure stat stick, because the unique effect doesn't do anything. It is not good at all, because the problem is you cannot invoke your Rod of Kepeleke, because it says invoke and not cast. It's kind of bad for core skills, because it's only base core skills, so you just use this as stat stick because it has core skills, it has core damage, and the effect, I hope they will still change it. Also tested out with the Rushing Claw, but it still feels lackluster, because The road of Kepeleke is way better. So thanks to the change of Melted Heart of Selig, we'll have now like 15k vigor. And because they kept Rod of Kepeleke to 500 vigor, you will constantly cast your Kepeleke if you are at maximum resource and didn't get hit. So yeah, it doesn't deplete your resource any longer because you have so much vigor now. And you basically timer casting the Rod of Kepeleke, which is funny, so you will have a 100% of your crit chance. And the new Melted Heart of Selig is pretty strong in combination with Rod of Kepeleke. Yeah, I died a few times as you saw in the tower because I depleted my resource, and then I'm also don't do any damage, but we can work around it with like 100% dodge or something. Plus wild claws and perspective redirected force, adaptability, harmony of walker with Shroud of False Death, Tibor's Will for more maximum resource, and also Road of Kepeleke. And Spirit Hall right now is Spirit Hall will be Eagle as also our gorilla. And for skill tree, it's just a normal Ray Kepeleke build. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty fun to play. And I will just show you a quick showcase of a tier 45. And I will currently cast our Rake. So as you can see, I'm casting now with our Russian Claw, and it isn't at a max size, so it also means that it doesn't use your Kepeleke, and it's way worse. You can just cast this with Kepeleke, and then we will just instantly kill everything. And it's pretty strong with your abilities. Will also get a huge bigger generation, and that's also the reason why your Melted Heart of Selig is so strong with Kepeleke. And I think it will be your best shot at a kill with Season 11. So I still need to kinda balance around my resistance and the vigor. So that was my first impression from the PTR. The Masterworking is gigabyte. The tempering is kinda okay because you can choose now your distinct tempering you want, but it is really bad that you can only choose one tempering. The Sanctification idea was really great. The implementation right now is pretty terrible. Other than that, the new changes with Duril and the Belial and with Andal is pretty great. That makes a lot of fun. I need to see the other changes with our objectives, the seasonal bot, which will give us skill points. So I hope I could give you a cool first impression of Season 11. There's still a lot of things that Blizzard need to change, but at least it is cool that we got some leaderboards now. And if you like this video, please leave a like and sub. Watch channel tremendously, and until next video, bye.